Good late evening. Welcome to another edition of Real Sports Live Southwest.com. We're live from Luby's. It's Eagle Pass Booster Club fundraiser, and we're here till 8 o'clock, but it's the special edition of the first pitch, and we're with Coach Reynold Mendoza of the Eagle Pass Mighty Eagles baseball team. How we doing today, Coach? And congratulations on a great 2018 season. Now we're embarking a 2019 season.
Yeah, it was definitely a good. Last season was definitely a good season, and we're looking forward for a repeat or maybe even better season this year. Hopefully, things will go our way, and things will turn out good for us.
Coach, a year ago you had four seniors that contributed in Derek Ibarra, in Isaac Roque at first base, shortstop DeAndre Torres, and then your catcher Del Bosque. All four of those, they were seniors, they're gone. But you have a returning group that has seniors, juniors, and sophomores that were there a year ago getting that second round playoff.
Yeah, that's important. You know, these kids, they saw what it takes to get to the playoffs and make the playoffs and get a little experience in the playoffs. And we played very competitive games against Edinburgh Vela last year. And those games and those few innings and those few at-bats or opportunities this year, it makes them hungry and gets them ready and hopefully puts them in a situation where when they're out there, they're gonna get the job done.
And now, congratulations on, of course, your son Ray Mendoza, as he signed his letter of intent to continue his athletic and his student, as far as being a student athlete at the University of Houston. He's going to be a Cougar in the fall. But you expect big things from him coming back this year as a senior, being, of course, the top pitcher in your pitching rotation, Coach.
Well, Ray's, he's got to be ready to go. I mean, I tell him, it's not going to happen just because you're going to show up and things are going to happen for you. You got to make it happen. And he knows what it takes and what it's going to take from him to help us, be as successful as we can. And he's not going to slouch, and he's going to keep working hard. And it's a blessing that he got a scholarship to go to the University of Houston, and hopefully some of these other kids get opportunities to get scholarship as well. And it's like an icebreaker for us, and hopefully. They keep going to bigger and better things for the whole program. Exactly,
Coach. And again, the program is doing great. A year ago, you were on a 10-game losing streak early on in the season. Everybody was kind of thinking, well, what's the program and what's the team is going to – but you guys had kind of hit one of those marks where it was a 3-2 victory in that last game at the San Marcos game at the San Antonio Classic. And then after that, you guys kind of went on a roll. That was also when you guys got into district play, and you guys managed to get into a tri-district championship with Southwest Alexander and you guys. Congratulations on that. But again, like you said, it is going to be big from these guys, not only from Ray, but the pitching staff, and Eric Heredia, Edward Mendoza, Rolly Riza, and of course you got Sergio Lopez also, that a year ago he was hurt. He did not play too much for you, but you're expecting big things from that sophomore coming back. And, of course, the two other sophomores in C.J. Jimenez and Edward Mendoza.
Yes, without a doubt, our pitchers are going to be they're going to be the main part of our success, and I'm expecting a lot from all of them. Right now we're working with 8 pitchers, and they can all do a quality job, and it's going to be our job to make sure we use them the right way and set them up the right way so that they have the success. And we got to make them complement each other. And it's not going to be one guy doing it all by himself. I hope not. But the way we plan to move forward is everybody gets a little bit of piece of the pie, and they enjoy it and they get after it and get it done.
Well, the Booster Club set up this dinner with the Eagles, and of course, if you guys still have time. It's till 8 o'clock. We still have tickets available. They're $12. There's 7 different entrees that you guys can come and take advantage and having dinner here with the Eagles. Some of the guys are still here. Coach, I know you have to kind of jet out because you got the JV playing right now. JV White and JV Orange played today. It was the double dip between CC Wynn and Del Rio. So you got to get over there. But Coach, I did want to mention another thing, but we got to go to commercial. If you got to give me another minute or two. We'll be back after this. You're watching Real Sports Live Southwest.com.
Hello, Eagle Pass and surrounding areas. My name is Grant Beer. I'm the general manager of Ram Country Auto World. We have the largest selection of pre-owned inventory. Come by and see us at 1997 Veterans Boulevard, where we make sure our customers are number one.
Valdez Tire Record Service, located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. With 24-hour roadside service, commercial tow, automotive repair shop, call us today at 830-757-3102. Valdez Tire Record Service wishes the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Wynn Mavericks a successful 2018-2019 season. Eagle Pass Dental Clinic for a great smile. Come by and visit us. We're located at 1606 Garrison Street. We're now taking new patients, children and adults. Private insurance, self-pay, and Medicaid. Call in today to make an appointment with Dr. Alvarez at 830-757-1500. That's Eagle Pass Dental Clinic. And we're back live. Luby's Cafeteria in Eagle Pass, Texas. We're live. First pitch, special edition of the first pitch. Coach, I know I mentioned the 10-game losing streak that you guys had at the beginning of last year, and I did not let you answer that question, but what was about that part of the season that you guys kind of turned it on after that?
That was the best part of our season right there. People don't realize that, you know, we play to win games in district, and we love to win, don't get me wrong. But more than anything, the tournaments and non-district games that we play before our district starts, those games are so they can set up the season, you know, for us. You know, that's what I find out, and the coaches, we find out, you know, who's going to be where and what we're going to do. And during that 10-game losing streak, you know, we played good baseball, and the 10-game losing streak never fazed me because I knew we were playing good baseball, and we were just coming out, you know, 1 hit short, 1 out short, you know, and they were competitive games, but we weren't able to finish. And it wasn't because of my frustration, but the guys themselves, you know what, they figured it out. They said, you know, they got frustrated too. You know, they knew they were 1 out away from winning games, and they knew they were 1 hit away from winning games, or one play away from winning games. And when district started, they knew it's a whole new season, and that's how it is. That's how we approach our baseball season. We have a first half. Our first season is a non-district games and tournaments, and then when we start district, that's our second season, and that's where everything counts. Yeah. And these guys those games were perfect for us because we found out who we were and how we were going to handle things during that 10-game losing streak. That adversity in those close games, because there were a lot of games were 2-run games, 1-run game, and like you said, just it was a hit here, a hit there, a ball falling, you know, for you instead of falling in the glove of the opponent. And you played some pretty high-quality teams. You played Mac High. You played a lot of great teams in the non-district season, and it's the same thing this year. This year, you're going to have some tournaments where you're going to see the Kerrville Tyvees again. You're going to see Churchill, exactly. So, and you guys, again, Mac Churchill again. So you know, and that's what it's about. You know, if you want to be the best, then you gotta be able to play against the best and either hold your own or outright beat them. You know, and playing weak tournaments that we will and we hopefully beat teams easily doesn't prepare us for district. And my goal is always to use these tournaments as preparation for when district starts. Our mind is right. You know, our mind is right. The way we have to have our mindset and our approach and everybody's on the same, on the same page, and you don't play competitive teams. You don't get that experience.
No, you don't.
When you win easy, then it's
it doesn't
you
give
better win easy every time, or else you're gonna run into a grinder and you're not gonna know what to do.
Exactly. Now, Coach, you're like we mentioned, you're bringing a lot of players back from a year ago, and your infield kind of looks like it's set, but you do have some guys that are still in a mix for several positions and whatnot. But you also have a lot of athletes, Coach, on the team that can be put in different positions to help you in different areas. If it needs to be that, hey, you know what, you're not going to be at third base, but you're going to be in the outfield, or guess what, you're going to be in as a pitcher or PO, pitcher only, or things like that. There's a lot of these kids that know, and again, the team aspect, they know how to play as a team.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, we have a lot of very versatile ball players, very athletic. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I don't want to jump out of the gates and, basically do everything we can right away. I kind of want to be able to pace ourselves and get better every game and play hard every game and let these guys do what they do and let them have fun.
Yeah.
That's my goal, is for these guys to enjoy the season, let them play, and I've told them, I said, we got 17 guys on our roster, and 17 guys can play a lot of multiple positions. So, I mean, me and the coaches have a hard task ahead of us, but it's going to take a team effort. It's going to take players being good teammates, and it's going to take players, being dedicated and having the responsibility to support and the responsibility to produce. So if those two things happen for us, then I think everybody will be happy at the end and with the end result.
Got it, Coach. And with that, we're going to take it to commercial break. We'll be back with Ray Mendoza and Edward Mendoza, our first two guys that we're going to talk to. We'll be back after this. You're watching Real Sports Live, Southwest.com.
EPER Recycling Center, 3323 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.
Hey guys, Eddie Sanchez, owner of Kumo Fitness, located at 575 Commercial Street in downtown Eagle Pass. We invite you guys to come join us. We got equipment for everything from machines to free weights to bumpers. You name it, we got it. Come check us out, guys. Hey guys, welcome to Kumo Supplements and Lifestyle. My name is Eddie Sanchez. I'm the owner, and I invite you guys to come and join us any day of the week, Monday through Sunday, here at Mall de las Águilas.
Really got it, really got it, really got it, really got it, yeah. Really got it, 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 really got it.
Rody's Country Fried Chicken, located at 1910 El Indio Highway, wants to wish the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Wood Mavericks a successful 2018-2019 season. Order online through Facebook and save 10% on your purchase. From the Rodriguez family, come by before or after the game and enjoy some great food. That's it. Yours is as a freshman. How was your experience being on varsity last year and playing
Hi,
alongside your
this is
brother?
Roque Vela Jr., owner, operator of JetBowl North. And on behalf of my family and JetBowl North staff, I'd like to wish every student athlete a safe and successful year. Hi, this is Roque Vela Jr., owner, operator of Playmore Family Entertainment. And on behalf of my family and Playmore Family Entertainment staff, I'd like to wish every student athlete a safe and successful year.
Welcome back to another edition of Real Sports Live Southwest.com. Make sure you guys go to www.realsportslivesouthwest.com. You can catch all the action, all the Eagles action, CC Win, and District 29 5A and District 29 6A. As we have now Ray Mendoza, senior. Let's call him pitcher outfield. And then we have Edward Mendoza, pitcher infield outfield. It depends. Like Coach mentioned, there's a lot of players that are very versatile and utility players. So, Ray, to you first, congratulations on signing the letter of intent to play and continue your studies. University of Houston, you're going to be a Cougar. So, the first question is, what are your expectations for the 2019 baseball season?
Well, last season we didn't get to where we wanted to be. We wanted to go far in the playoffs, make it to state, every high schooler's dream. And this year it's the same thing. We want to go as far as we can and play as hard as we can throughout the whole season. Now,
DeAndre leaving, he was a leader emotionally, and he was very talkative. He was a silent, but he was the leader of the team last year as a senior. You're taking that role this year, and what type of role is it that you're taking with the team and, of course, the underclassmen?
Well, it's a big role. Try to set the example for the younger guys, show them what's right, what's wrong. Just basically just work hard, and you'll get to where you want to be. Don't cut corners. Just try to set the example. Little things go a long way, so we try to do everything right.
There you go, and that's why you're going to the University of Houston. Those kind of expectations and qualities that you have. We got Coach back behind us, walking back and forth. That's Coach Silva. He's the food coordinator for the team.
Outfield coach.
Outfield coach. We got your brother, your younger brother, of course. Your sister Melanie is starting her senior year at UTA. Your older sister Sandra is now coaching at UTA. So it runs in the family, right, Edward? And I don't know if it's on. I think it's on. Yeah, it's on. You're on. Edward, as a freshman last year coming into the team, what was your experience being a freshman on the varsity level, and what was it playing alongside your brother?
As a freshman, playing on varsity was a really good experience for me last year. I learned a lot from the older players, especially the seniors and the returning lettermen. But it was very nice to play alongside my brother for the first time ever, and to especially learn from him and as one of the leaders and the other coaches.
There you go. Now, this year, being a sophomore, what are the expectations for you yourself on coming back as a returning letterman?
Hopefully this year I can start more games, and I just think that we can do really well as a team, and hopefully we just do better than we did last year.
And I'm because I was alongside you guys all year long, but I think his special moment last year was against United in round 2, in the second round, and him coming in with Eric Heredia throwing, I think, 4 or 5 innings in that game, and you guys were up. But then he became a Mariano Rivera for you guys and came in and shut the door on United. United had a chance to tie the game. I believe they had second and third, if I'm not mistaken, and they had their big bat in Omar Cervantes, and you had a 3-2 pitch. And that 3-2 pitch, you decided to go upstairs and just muscle that, and he whiffed on it. Jumping up and down. I mean, that was that your highlight of the year?
Yes, it was.
There you go. See, I already knew it. What was your highlight last year? Your memory that you were like sticks in you and says, you know what, I'm gonna remember this. Do you have one?
I mean, I enjoyed
many?
the whole season. I liked it all. I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't really pinpoint one.
Guys, coming back, you guys have a lot of returning guys. You have about 9 returning seniors. And of course, you have your juniors and sophomores. I don't believe we have any freshmen on the team this year. But do you think that with this type of team, you can get over the hump of that second round and get to the third and fourth and maybe go the magic 5, so to speak, right?
Well, yeah,
Do you think so?
I think definitely yes. This team, we've played together all our lives. You know, the seniors, we grew up together, and we have that team chemistry that most teams don't have, and we all have each other's back. So we're hoping to make it a good run this year.
There you go. For you?
I think we're going to do it very well this year. I believe last year we had a lot of talent too, but I think this year our talent will speak more than our actions.
There you go. And with that, we're going to take a commercial break. We thank these guys, Reyra Mendoza and Edward Mendoza, senior, sophomore. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching Real Sports Live, Southwest.com. Sarita's Tortilla Factory, with 3 great locations to serve you in Maverick County. Come try our delicious barbacoa with the tortillas. Si son Saritas, ni me las calientes. Also, you can get our tortillas in Laredo, Texas at your local supermarket. That's Sarita's Tortilla Factory.
STAT Emergency Center is here to offer emergency services any day of the week and around the clock. We know that our patients deserve better than the typical cramped waiting areas and long lines. Get the care you deserve. Get treated, not seated. STAT ER does its testing and evaluations quickly, without the delays of a traditional emergency room. We utilize the full services of a standard ER department, including CT scan, bedside emergency ultrasound, x-rays, and a full clinical laboratory, with a focus on getting you taken care of without long wait times. STAT Emergency Center is here to offer emergency services any day of the week and around the clock. Get the care you deserve. Get treated, not seated.
Eagle Grocery, located in downtown Eagle Pass, La Tienda de los Venados, supports our local high schools. Come visit us as we remodel our store through the Main Street program. Come see our displays of our holiday party items. Come visit our meat market and enjoy our renowned homemade chicken salad. Eagle Grocery, La Tienda de los Venados. And we're back live. Luby's Cafeteria in Eagle Pass, Texas. A special edition of the first pitch. And we got with us now, to my left, is Isaac Gonzalez, senior, second baseman, shortstop, utility. Let's just say utility, right? And of course, the senior, Orly Garza, behind the plate, the big man behind the plate, as we continue this edition of the first pitch, as we have about another 5 minutes. So if you guys want to come down, we still have tickets available, $12. But we don't. We ran out. There you go. We ran out. But we took advantage, and we are, of course, getting acquainted with the 2019 Eagle Pass Eagles varsity team. Isaac, a year ago, you played second base. You were a junior, but the leadership role that DeAndre had last year kind of now passed the baton to you and Ray Ray. And how and what are the expectations that you think for the 2019 season?
I just want to start off with, like, DeAndre was a spark plug for our team last year. Like, he was just that one of the spark plugs that just got us going. And this year, like, before that, last year he told me, like, that's gonna be you next year. Like, you gotta be the spark plug of the team. You gotta be helping the team. And like, I feel like our team is really resilient this year. It's gonna be a good squad. Like, I feel like we're gonna make it far in the playoffs. Like, hopefully, and God willing, like, we'll go far in the playoffs. And we have some ballers. We got guys that can play. And pretty much all.
Now, playing behind the pitching staff that you have last year and even this year, you have 7 pitchers on staff that can sling it and can move it around the plate. Does that make it easy for you guys behind them, as far as knowing that, hey, he's going to make this guy hit into a ground ball let me just get to the spot.
Yeah, it helps a lot with these pitchers when they throw a lot of strikes. They have a good off speed. They can come at you different angles. It helps a lot. You know, during outside, they're gonna hit the spots. They're gonna hit a ground ball this way. You know exactly where it's gonna go. Like you just have a good feel with your pitchers, and we have some good pitchers this year. Good guys.
Now, talking about pitchers, let's go to the catcher, Orly Garza. Orly, a senior catcher. A year ago, you also played a catcher during tournament season. Of course, Del Bosque was a senior last year. He's now serving our country. He's in the U.S. Army, so we thank him for his service. He's in Korea right now, so thank you, Del Bosque, for of course serving our country. Again, playing behind Del Bosque, was there a lot of things that he taught you throughout the season and understanding what the leadership role from a catcher is standpoint?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Chris was, he's a great inspiration to me. And he taught me a lot as well back there behind the plate on how to run my defense, how to shift people over and on certain pitches and on certain batters. He taught me how to read the batters and know your batters, so it helps coaches out and the catchers out as well in knowing what to do when a certain player comes up to bat.
Of course, you were on the team, and last year that run in the second that ended in the second round against Edinburgh Vela the Sabercats under Coach Jaime Perez. Knowing the fact that you guys have a quality team coming back and the pitching staff that you have with Ray, Edward, Eric, Rolly Risa, David Lopez, Sergio Lopez. I mean, can I go on and on? I mean, you guys have, and there goes our courtesy runner, Kevin Ochoa, senior. But you have all these guys that, of course, throw strikes and around the plate. How do you manage to know, okay, Ray likes this, and this certain pitches. Eric likes this certain pitches. Edward likes this certain pitches. How do you do it back there, knowing the fact what each of them throws?
Well, obviously, first off, it's catching their bullpens all the time in practice. It helps you learn their pitches, where they'll break, and how fast they break, or the job of a catcher.
Exactly.
But I'm not the one calling the pitches back there. My coach Chris Villa helps me out a lot, so it makes my job as a catcher easier in guiding my pitchers to throw strikes.
A shout out to Coach Chris Villa, who I think he logged himself out of the Luby's thing and took off to the field because the JV Orange is playing right now over at the Student Activity Center. Guys, you guys started scrimmages. You tied against Brennan 5-5. You took a loss against Reagan, the number 6 ranked team, and it was 1-0 up until the 4th inning or 5th inning, somewhere in there, and then stuff happens, right? In baseball, in baseball, stuff happens. But and then of course you guys came back and you took care of Antonian 4-0 and 9-2 yesterday. As if you guys want to watch those games back, you guys can go to www.sportslifesouthwest.com. That's our website. You can go click on there. You can find all our previous broadcasts and, of course, what's on tap. And, of course, go to our YouTube channel. And then, of course, you guys already checked the highlights, right, on Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff. Getting back to you, Isaac, this year you'll probably be moving from second base to shortstop. Is there a difference playing second base to shortstop? A lot of people say it's the middle infield. It doesn't matter, but there's more to do as a shortstop.
Yeah, it's a little different. It's a big difference with the arms. Your arm needs to be a little bit stronger. You need to get rid of the ball quicker. But with our pitchers, it doesn't really matter. Most of the time, they're out here throwing strikes, striking people out, making plays, pop-ups. It's just with those pitchers, it really helps a lot with the defense. And plus, shortstop and second base, if you're a middle infield, you can pretty much play anywhere on the field.
There you go.
Mostly
I know there's a couple of guys that are camera shy. I don't know why they're camera shy. If we're just talking right here, it's really a conversation that's here. Orly, coming into this season, of course, you have CJ Jimenez also that's a catcher behind you. What kind of things do you talk about in your bullpens with him, and what you guys talk about in the dugout, if you don't mind talking about that?
I mean, CJ is just as good of a catcher as I am, and just as good as a catcher as Chris was. He's very, he I love the way he blocks. He just needs to be a little more vocal. So you understand that.
Got it.
That's one of the most important things in being a catcher. Talking, knowing who you got on your throw downs and stuff like that. Just
so
little things.
A senior, of course, having CJ a sophomore, and knowing that, hey, they got some young talent coming up, and of course this year I haven't seen on the roster any freshmen like we did last year. We had 2 freshmen last year, and then the year before that we only had 1 freshman coming on varsity. So it makes a difference. Yeah, a year ago was Eric.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or 2 years ago was Eric, and then a year ago was CJ and Edward as freshmen to play varsity. Yeah, because that was my oldest son, Adrian Heredia. Shout out to him. He's over in Pensacola, Florida. He's serving our country in the Marine Corps. So, can you believe that 2 ex-players said, you know what, I'm going to go serve my country. So, they're over there.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
much respect.
As we have our DPS coming through here and walking, and they're patrolling. Your dad is a DPS. Yeah, so we know that.
Don't pull me over.
Yeah, don't pull me over. Anyways, guys, again, congratulations on a year ago. You guys are coming back this year, and again, I know that it's going to be a successful season. You guys have 2 games this Saturday at 12 and 2 in San Antonio against Cibolo Steel and Southwest, a nemesis of you guys last year, and of course they're not in your district. They're in CC Wynn's district now. They're in District 29 5A. You guys just picked up Laredo Nixon. And you guys are excited about this upcoming season. And what does Coach tell you guys? Either of you can answer this question, but what does Coach talk about during this part of the season as far as your scrimmages? What is your all's approach? Who wants to take this and answer it?
We'll go one-on-one.
Okay.
Coach Mendoza really believes in the spiritual part of the game, the passion part of the game. So he feels like these scrimmages where he sees like the guys that really want to play on the field, like the guys that work hard on practice, show it in the games, and become real ballers with the game. Just work hard on the field and come out in the games if you work hard.
Yeah, like Isaac said, Coach Mendoza really believes in the spiritual part of the game, but then again, he's also looking for quality at bats. You know, doing your job on the field, trying to make as little errors as possible. You know, he wants all the little things done correct, especially now in the scrimmages. So if we get them down now, we won't mess up in the game.
There you go. And with that, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching The First Pitch, a special edition of First Pitch. You're watching RealSportsLifeSouthwest.com.
Now at Ram Country Auto World.
Así es. Obtenga su reembolso con una parada en Auto World.
You just need your W-2, your ID, and Social Security card, and Ram Country Auto World will prepare your taxes and give you your refund check on the spot.
Es completamente gratis sin necesidad de comprar. Apúrate. No esperes a tu cheque. Consigue tu dinero hoy.
So come get your tax refund now at Ram Country Auto World, 1997 Veterans Boulevard, Eagle Pass.
Hello, Eagle Pass and surrounding areas. My name is Grant Beer. I'm the general manager of Ram Country Auto World. We have the largest selection of pre-owned inventory. Come by and see us at 1997 Veterans Boulevard, where we make sure our customers are number one.
Valdez Tire Record Service, located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. With 24-hour roadside service, commercial tow, automotive repair shop, call us today at 830-757-3102. Valdez Tire Record Service wishes the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Wynn Mavericks a successful 2018-2019 season. Eagle Pass Dental Clinic for a great smile. Come by and visit us. We're located at 1606 Garrison Street. We're now taking new patients, children and adults. Private insurance, self-pay, and Medicaid. Call in today to make an appointment with Dr. Alvarez at 830-757-1500. That's Eagle Pass Dental Clinic.
EPER Recycling Center, 3323 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.
Hey guys.
And we're back live. Luby's Cafeteria, Eagle Pass, Texas. We have our baseball booster fundraiser, and we had dinner with the Eagles, and of course RealSportsLiveSouthwest.com has to be here because this is the first look of the 2019 Eagle Pass Eagles, and we have with us juniors, junior Eric Heredia and junior David Lopez, and these guys have played together for much of their 12 years old up until now. Guys, being on the varsity team, and you as a pitcher, last year as a sophomore, you were used solely for one thing and one thing only, was to go out there and pitch. What was that role for you, and how did you take it as far as the mindset and say, this is what I need to do for the team?
I mean, my role as a pitcher was to go out there, throw maybe 4, maybe 5 innings the most, and just do my job. And this year, you know, we don't know what our roles yet are, but as of now, I'm still the number 2 guy, and I'm just trying to do my job every time I get the chance.
David, going to you now, and knowing the fact that you played right field, you played second base, you played third base, and then you even last year you played some catcher. How was that for you, and what kind of expectation do you have this year? Something similar, or do you want to win an actual spot and say, this is my spot?
Going on to last year, it was really just trying to help the team do whatever I could to help the team win. I mean, we were on a roll, we were hot and stuff like that, and it just, whatever it takes to help the team win. That's pretty much all I was trying to do last year. No matter where I played, I gave it my all and just did whatever I could. And as of this year, I would really like to win over a spot and be able to play second base.
Second base is, but of course, if need be, coach says, hey, coach, David, you know what, I need you in right field, or hey, David, I need you to pitch, or I need you to do this or that, you're welcome to that.
Of course, without a doubt, there's no way I'm going to say no to playing any other position, and I'm just here to do whatever I can in my will to help the team win.
Now, again, guys, you guys are juniors. Knowing the fact that you have Ray as a senior, you have Rolly, you have Isaac, you have these 9 seniors that kind of take that leadership role. But do you guys as juniors kind of also talk to the freshmen and talk to the sophomores and say, hey, this is the kind of culture that we want in the program? Either of you?
Of course, we just have to set the example for the younger guys. Knowing that we have a thing going on, like a good thing, and we don't want to lose it for this year or next year and the following years after that.
And of course, that's established from day one. They know every time we're out there, we're out there to work, and we're out there to do things to get better every day, and it just rolls on. It's like like how Coach says, it's a snowball effect. Once one does it, it just keeps going and going and going.
And guys, it's very competitive amongst not only you guys, but it's competitive in the group, in the whole group. You guys are very competitive with each other as far as, you know, you guys don't like to lose any kind of competitions. If you guys are going in and doing hitting competitions, you guys are egging each other on, and even in the cage or out in the field. But what does that breed, guys? As far as you guys knowing that the competitiveness, what does that breed? Either of you.
It's everywhere. We're just so close. It's a bond that, like brothers. We all. It's
a love-hate relationship, right?
Love-hate relationship.
Brings the best out of us.
We do. At everything we do, it could be anything. We could be tossing a paper and we'll be competing, see who can throw it farther and stuff like that.
There you go.
The competitive nature of the game that we have for it.
Now, David, you have some roots. Of course, your dad played. David Lopez, he played Eagle Pass baseball. Your Mando Lopez, your uncle, played. Even we go back to Tres Barrera when he played here, and then of course he played in Sherryland, and of course with UT and now with the Nationals. But baseball's in your blood, man. And what is that as far as, is there some kind of like a monkey in your back saying, hey, I gotta be as competitive as them, or I gotta outshine them, or is it just fun for you?
Of course, there's always that burden on my back, or that one person that always asks, oh, why doesn't he hit like Mando? Why can't he play defense like Tres? I mean, of course, I'm just out there to do me. I'm trying to be me the best I can be of myself, and I really don't worry about that because I know the type of player I am and what I can contribute to a team. So that's basically all I think about. Of course, it's fun to live up to their expectations, but at the same time, I'm just here to play ball and have fun.
There you go. You can put this up a little bit more to your... now, Eric, for you, how was it as a freshman being on varsity and having, of course, playing varsity and playing JV, but how was it having your brother, Adrian, on the team to kind of, have that bond and you be comfortable on the team? Because, of course, as a freshman, it's kind of bright eyes. You're like, okay, I'm on varsity as a freshman. What are my expectations?
It was fun, coming into my freshman year. I really didn't know a lot of people on the baseball team, so I would like hang out with him until I got to know a lot of other teammates. But it was fun playing with my brother for the only year I was able to. The only year
that you were able to. You didn't get to do that with Mando because he was kind of 2 years ahead. But you got to see the playoff runs that they had, and knowing the fact that last year you guys went too deep, but knowing that there's 5 rounds in baseball that you want to get through, and of course that's the trip to Round Rock. Is that the expectation for this year and the team aspect?
Oh, without a doubt, and of course it's watching that. First of all, the 2 years that they went to the 5th round back-to-back, it was crazy. It was crazy fun seeing how closely bonded that team was, and I see like our team resembles that a little bit, and I can see that in ourselves. Like we're really resilient. We don't like to back down from any fight. We're good. We're a really good baseball team, and I have a lot of faith that we can go very deep in the playoffs this year.
Last year, losing to Vela in that second round, of course, you guys beat La Jolla in the first round by district champions, but coming and losing, it was a 6-4 game, and I'm trying to remember the second game, but it was a close game in the first game, and then in that second game, but what was it in that game? It was an afternoon game, I believe. It was a 2 o'clock game. Would you rather play under the lights or in the afternoon? Is there something that you would rather do on the mound if you're put in that situation?
It really doesn't matter what situation it is. It's just all about going out there and executing and doing what you have to do, and that's what really didn't happen, and just have to do better at executing when we're supposed to.
There you go. So juniors, they'll be back again next year, and Coach David, come over here real quick. He doesn't want none of this. So, anyways, a shout out to David Lopez, Knickerbocker, Heredia, Salinas, 830-968-3160. If you're injured in an accident, make sure you call him up, and just make sure you tell him that he's got to. I throw him a shout out, so he's got to pay for that, right? Yeah. Guys, we'll be back, and we'll bring our last 2 guys, which is Sergio Lopez and CJ Jimenez.
Shout out to the freshmen out.
Shout out to the freshmen over there, Matthew, Zach, Hector and Olivas. They're over there munching on. They just had a game, so. Guys, we'll be back with more. You're watching Real Sports Live Southwest.com.
Owner of Kumo Fitness, located at 575 Commercial Street in downtown Eagle Pass. We invite you guys to come join us. We got equipment for everything from machines to free weights to bumpers. You name it, we got it. Come check us out, guys. Hey guys. Welcome to Kumu Supplements and Lifestyle. My name is Eddie Sanchez. I'm the owner, and I invite you guys to come and join us any day of the week, Monday through Sunday, here at Mall de las Águilas.
What's your role was last year? And we're back live from Luby's Cafeteria in Eagle Pass, Texas. We had our Booster Club fundraiser, and we had dinner with the Eagles. And, of course, Real Sports Live Southwest.com has to be here because, of course, we cover all the sports here in Eagle Pass. We have sophomore Sergio Checo Lopez. Let me see. I got to put that in there. and, of course, CJ Jimenez. Both sophomores. For Sergio, he was limited last year. He was on the varsity and the JV squad. He pitched and of course played shortstop. He played infield. You're doing that right now in the scrimmages. You guys coaches letting you play outfield, playing some second base, some third base and stuff like that, but also on the mound. What are your expectations for this year? And we'll start with that. What are your expectations for 2019? If you want to put the mic up to your...
I'm just hoping for a great experience with the brothers that we have. Like, I'm really expecting something really good.
How is the leadership as far as the pitching staff with Ray, Eric, and the upperclassmen, Rolly? What do they talk to you about? When you guys throw bullpen and stuff like that, what's the type of relationship that you have with the pitchers?
We all have a good bond. We all get really along with each other, and they help me out on the mistakes that I do, and of course we all get into each other and
fix things. Yeah.
Against each other.
There you go. Yeah. CJ, coming in last year. A lot of times they brought you in certain situations as a DH or coming off the bench to pinch hit and stuff like that. That was the kind of role that you took last year. Was that said to you? Was that told to you by coach? And was that the mindset that you took last year?
Last year I was coming off the bench as a DH, but I was expected to do that all season long. I knew I wasn't going to be able to start from the day one, but I was going to work my way up to come up for the next 4 years that I'm here, next 3 years that I'm here.
Now, knowing the fact that you got Ray, Eric, Edward, Rolly.
Our pitching staff is
there. The pitching staff. But between you and Orly and Tito Villarreal, because Tito also senior, he's also a catcher. But between all three of you guys kind of talk about, okay, I want to catch him, I don't want to catch him. Do you guys talk about that?
Yes, Edward's always my go-to pitcher. I always ask for, whenever he's on the mound, I want to be behind the plate.
Okay.
He's for me, he's my ace. Sorry, Ray. But
there you go.
Both him and Ray will be great for us this year.
You said Ray and Edward?
Yes.
So, Checo, as far as knowing the fact that you're coming in this year after that injury, that knee injury that you had last year, and you were out the rest of the season to make sure that you're ready for the sophomore season. But knowing the fact that you have your dad, uncles, all the Lopez family that have played baseball, not only here in the high school, but in Mexico and of course in professional leagues in Mexico, what kind of expectations do they have for you, and does it do you kind of feel pressure to do good?
Playing in Mexico is a really it's harder than here in Eagle Pass, because there's a lot of older leagues and everything. I get to learn more. I know there's more crowd, so I get to how do you say
It gets you more amped up. It gets you more into the game.
It gets me more used to it. I get like more focused into the game, so I want to focus into the crowd. Like this is me and my catcher.
There you go, me and the catcher. So, and of course, I got a pitcher and a catcher here beside me. And knowing the fact that you guys have a good core of guys coming back, you have, of course, 9 seniors this year, but next year you have some juniors and sophomores, and then you have some of the underclassmen that.
Shout out to the freshmen over there.
That might come up next year and do well for you guys. What are the expectations? What does Coach talk to you about the 2019 expectations? CJ.
Well, all our season revolves on, of course, making it a state, but we think about like how we can go deeper in the round, because last year we just went 2 rounds, but we're expected to win district this year, and we expect to go far.
There you go. And in the district, 29-6A, with the likes of United, who have some guys coming back, and Alexander, who also have one of their ace pitchers, Paco Hernandez, coming back. And then you have United South, who has Raya coming back. I can go on and on. LBJ has some good quality guys coming back. Nixon, not sure what they have because they were in 5A last year. Now they're in 6A, so not sure what they're coming. Del Rio does have some guys that are coming back from a year ago that were, they won some ball games. Guys, the other thing is whenever they give you the ball right now in this situation, as far as like, okay, Checo, you're the next pitcher to pitch the scrimmage, the 2 innings. What's your mindset going into those 2 innings?
Obviously, throwing strikes, right? Getting along with the catcher, talking to your teammates in the outfield. Like, you have to get that trust into, like, with your field, right?
So that's the mindset that you have in the 2 innings. Now, for you, CJ, knowing the fact that you're either behind the plate on a game or you're DHing, I mean, it depends on the situation. When you have a 2 games, does coach kind of tell you and Orly, hey, you'll play the first game, or he'll play the first game and you'll play the second game? What's the kind of the things that he talks to you about?
He tells us like to be ready at all times, no matter what. So if one of us makes a mistake, just to be ready at all times. Just to make sure that you're always aware of who's gonna pitch next, so you can have your mindset already ready to throw to help them.
There you go, Mr. Herrera, here with us at Luby's Dinner with the Eagles. You have the sophomores here, so we'll be seeing them this year.
Sophomore takeover, baby.
Yeah. See, that's the kind of competitiveness that you guys have, right?
Yes, sir.
Within the group. I mean, you guys are competitive as well. So you have, of course, Edward Mendoza, a sophomore, in the mix, and then you have some juniors. Jacob Reese, he's also a sophomore. But Jacob wasn't a part of the Eagles last year. He was in Austin. He was at Austin Bowie. So, again, but we know the type of caliber of player he is because he used to live here. He played Little League here, and we know exactly the pedigree that he comes from. He comes from the Reese family, Coca, Ricky, and Orly. I believe we won't see Corpus Christi Ray where his uncle is at. Yeah.
Yes, we will.
I think they changed the bracket, but I'll look at it again. But, yeah, we were going to play them in the Border Olympics. So, again, guys, thank you for joining us on a special edition of The First Pitch, brought to you by Ram Country Auto World, 1997 North Veterans Boulevard in Eagle Pass, Texas. 830-872-3444 is the number to call. Make sure they have their tax return season. Yes, you can take your W-2s to Ram Country, and you can take your Social Security, and they'll give you your tax return. No purchase necessary. Make sure you go by 1997 North Veterans Boulevard. Visit Grant and all the staff at Ram Country Auto. Also, shout out to Saritas Tortilla Factory. Si son Saritas, ni me las calientes. So make sure you guys go by there. And also, Rody's Country Fried Chicken. Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? No, today's Thursday. Okay. Tuesday nights, they have Tender Tuesday. So $15 gets you 15 tenders, fries, and bread for $15. Wednesday is Wing Wednesday. Did you know they have? No, I didn't. And they have wings there. So Wing Wednesday, and then of course Friday is their party pack. A big party pack, 10-piece chicken, 10-piece tender, gizzards, fries, for just $30. And just tell them that you heard it on Real Sports Live Southwest. They'll hook you up. Guys, thank you again. And we want to thank CJ Jimenez. I want to thank Checo, Eric, Edward, and the whole team for giving us the opportunity. I know we missed a couple of guys as far as returners. Rolly Risa was camera shy. He didn't want to. He's like, what are you going to ask me? I said, I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and I'll roll with that. And he's like, nah, I just can't. So, guys, the camera's here, but it's like we're having a conversation, so it's really not that bad. You can't get camera shy. But, again, guys, thank you once again for joining us on a special edition of The First Pitch for Freddie Heredia and the 2019 Eagles, Coach Ray Mendoza, and the coaching staff, Chris Villa, and Coach, he's not even here, right? He's not even here? Coach Silva?
Nope.
The food coordinator?
Oh, Coach, you're going to have to get him back for the hour.
Anyways, so we want to thank you guys for joining us and have a successful season. I know we'll be streaming your games live on realsportslivesouthwest.com. So don't forget, guys, if you see that realsportslivesouthwest.com on Facebook, on Twitter, go and retweet it, go and like it, and all that good stuff. Make sure you guys get it out so people can watch it. They can watch it anywhere. And so once again, thank you guys for myself. We'll see you soon. On the flip side, Saturday, 12 and 2, they play Southwest and Steel. It depends on how the weather is, because I hear the weather is going to be kind of like what it was last Saturday in San Antonio, misty and cold. So we'll see how it goes. Again, guys, thank you. And from all of us here, keep talking sports. RealSportsLiveSouthwest.com. Located at 1910 El Indio Highway, wants to wish the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Wood Mavericks a successful 2018-2019 season. Order online through Facebook and save 10% on your purchase. From the Rodriguez family, come by before or after the game and enjoy some great food. That's it.